Marge Bergen with the local Habitat for Humanity Board of Directors, and with me is Roland Freeman, and he is our project coordinator, the major building guy that we have here in Habitat that coordinates all of our projects, and currently this summer we have 2 houses being built. Roland, tell us about your job.
Well, I got the privilege of working with a whole lot of committed volunteers that are able to organize themselves for short periods of time and finish tasks and go on. It's a whole lot different from the kind of construction I'm used to doing, where we have people that we have to almost beat into place and bribe with whole lots of money to get them to work. Here I got people that it's hard to keep ahead of, hard to keep work lined ahead out of them, and that work with a lot of joy, a lot of friendliness for each other, looking out for each other, and doing something that's bigger than themselves, and it makes it a privilege for everybody involved. It takes a power greater than apparently the dollar to make people do things like this, and the only thing I can identify is that true miracle of Christian love that comes through when we work out here.
I'm Sarah Stubb, and this is my brother Joshua and Jonathan Stubb. And what Habitat has done for us is probably just helping us build our house.
Are there any things that kids can do to
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there's a lot of things that kids can do. They can help with the hammering on and a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's talk about some of the things you guys have done to put those hours in for Habitat for Humanity. What have you done, Larry? I know you've done a lot.
Well, we worked on this house to start with, Stubbs' house, and Chew's house, float for the parade, and lots of different things like that.
Okay, hi, I'm Fran Higginbotham from First Presbyterian Church in Missoula, Montana. And I came out a couple of weeks in a row with high schoolers from the Presbyterian Church and had a wonderful work crew. The first week I was out here, they suggested I put windows in. And I had never put a window in, but after an hour or so, you know how to put a window in. So regardless of how you feel you work with houses, there's always someone out here to teach you and train you how to do it. It's a great experience, and when you leave, you have a wonderful experience of helping someone else.
My name is Chu Shong Lee. I am the Lee family. So I'm pretty happy. I got a new home, real nice. It will be coming pretty soon. And thanks for the people to help me build this house. And I think in the future, everybody like it, and they will need a new home like that.
Hello, we're the Stubb family, and we are the first Habitat family in Missoula. On my far right-hand side is Amanda Joe, and then Jonathan. Josh was in the middle with Jennifer, and Sarah on our far side with my wife, Mary. We got into this house last Thanksgiving. We put in our 500 hours that was required to do it. We worked very hard, just about every day of the week and on the weekends and stuff, as much as we could. And we're very proud of what we have compared to what we did have before, which was just a 2.5 bedroom home on the west side. And we're just really loving it, living out here right now.
After our first 2 interviews, where we were in the newspaper and on television, people just evidently got our phone number out of the phone book and called us. And I was getting phone calls, at least 10 to 12 phone calls a day from people wanting to know how they could get a home and telling me their situations. And you know, we were in the same boat, so it was a really helpless type feeling. All I could do is refer them to keep an eye out for the next application.
I'm Millie Cooper. I'm here with Carol Mack and her family. Let's have you introduce yourself.
I'm Karina Mack.
Karina, what's your name?
Miles Mack.
Miles. And we're standing in front of Carol's new home, and we want to get a little information about how Carol went about applying Oh, and why she applied? And tell me what your situation was like. What inspired you?
Okay. What inspired me was a meeting that they had here at the Head Start school office. I went to an evening meeting where a group of about 40 families were interested in finding more about Habitat for Humanity. And they pretty much explained to us that they were intending on building houses for low-income families that just had a hard time getting credit. And I went, well, gee, I live here and my utility bills are enormous, my rent's enormous, maybe I should apply. So I put my name down and filled out a little form with a bit of information, a few references, and pretty soon I get a phone call from Habitat for Humanity saying they want to be introduced to me and my family, and they were concerned and interested in finding out if I actually needed a home. And I ended up actually needing a home. So,
your situation was such that you kind of got up on the list here.
yeah, in fact, I went to the top of the list.
And you're just getting there really fast, it looks like.
Yeah, this all started on June 11th, we had groundbreaking. I started working on the yard because we didn't have the building permit yet and stuff, but I started cleaning up the knapweed, rearranging the rocks, doing things around here.
Which means that you're doing an awful lot of work on your own home.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I've spent around 800 hours here in the past couple months.
We're the Carpenters for Christ group. We come up to help on this Habitat for Humanity. We are a little group that works down in Stevensville. It's the second time we've been up on this group. Hey! Yeah. We have quite a lot of work we're doing down in our own community on helping people. But this is quite a good project and a terrific crew they have here today. We're hoping to get the roof on before we leave.
I'm Melly Cooper. I'm with Habitat Nurturing Committee, and I have the family of Mr. and Mrs. Yang. It's Chu Yang and Bulak Suyang. These are one of our Habitat families that are hoping for a house relatively soon, we hope. Could you tell us a little bit about how many children you have?
Yes, we have 8 children
Living at home?
living at my home.
And how many bedrooms?
In our trailer, we have a 3-bedroom.
You have a 3-bedroom trailer?
Yes.
And how many children sleep in one of those bedrooms?
Those of children share the room, and 5 of us share one room. And at night time, some of children have to sleep on the couch all the time.
So you're really in very crowded conditions, and it's very difficult for everybody to function.
Yeah, very difficult for us. Very crowded.
Very crowded, yes.
Hi, I'm March Bergen with the local Habitat for Humanity board, and with me is John Page. John is the homeowner right here next door to this house that we're building on this morning. This is Carol Meck's house, and this is a Stoddard Street property. Habitat for Humanity approached John last year, I believe, wasn't it, John? And we heard that he might be interested in deeding this lot over to Habitat in exchange for some work on his house. And John, would you share what Habitat did on your house and property and how you kind of heard about and got involved with Habitat?
Okay. I had heard about Habitat about 3 years ago now and wanted to be involved but didn't know how to. And Marge came to my house and asked if we were interested in working something out for this land, and I said yes. So in exchange for the land, Habitat has painted the trim on my house and put up this fence behind me, and they finished putting siding on my garage. They poured a garage floor for me and a little driveway, and they put in several closets in my house and finished several rooms. Did quite a bit of work inside. There's a door that was changed from one place to another that I had started and not finished. So Habitat did all these things in exchange for this land, and it's been a long haul. It's taken a year to get it all done, but it's been real good, and I'm real excited about this house being built next door and Carol being my neighbor.
I'm John Torma, the project coordinator for this particular project for Habitat for Humanity. I'm the one who's trying to keep things coordinated here with all the wonderful help that we've gotten. We've had carpenters, people who have been experienced carpenters, people who have occasionally had hammers in their hand, and people who have done it for the first time. And all of those skills, all of those levels of talent are very, very useful. Non-carpenter talents are also extremely useful. Coordinators, people who like making phone calls, people who are willing to provide meals for the workers on our large project days. All of those things are very good. Habitat for Humanity for me is, I think, Christ's message in action, as it is, I'm sure, for all the people who work here. It's a very uplifting, community building type of service that I think Christ's message is all about. And I would encourage and welcome anybody in the community who feels they have a talent to give to help provide homes for those who need them, to contact Habitat for Humanity and help us build more homes like this in the Missoula community.